What is going on, everyone? Justin Herbert goes 6th overall to the San Diego Chargers, and three different quarterbacks taken in the top 6 of the 2020 NFL draft. Is that a surprise? Maybe to some, not to me, because that's how this stuff goes, man. It's a QB-centric league, and if you can get a quarterback on a rookie contract, that's really good. You put yourself in a position like a Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. You can win the Super Bowl because you're paying your quarterback so little that you can really focus on some of these other positions. So I think it's a smart move by them. And I don't blame them at all for going with Justin Herbert because in San Diego, you don't have Phil Rivers anymore. So you're trying to figure out who that next quarterback is going to be. And you're trying to find the next guy. You had Phil Rivers for so many years, and you had good seasons, but you never could quite get the job done. So I thought it was time to move off of him, and they get a much cheaper quarterback now who could probably give somewhat of a similar production if he works out the way they're hoping him to. That's really how you win a lot of the times in this league. It's not by paying your quarterback, all this money. And I mean, obviously, if you have a star quarterback, if you have a Tom Brady, a Peyton Manning, or an Andrew Luck, yeah, he was good when he was healthy, but Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, you go down the list. If you have a superstar like that, you pay him whatever he needs to keep him. But otherwise, if you have a middle of the pack guy, you can get him on a rookie contract, and it gives you the flexibility to address a lot of your other needs on your team. It's an easy choice, at least in my mind. So I don't hate the pick as much as maybe some other people do because they think they're reaching. But if Justin Herbert works out the way you're hoping him to, who cares? If whether you get him in the first or second round, if he's an all-time franchise quarterback for you, no one's going to care where you drafted Justin Herbert. So you got to take the chance. If you believe in Justin Herbert, he's a really good quarterback, and take him. And then you see, you roll the dice, and the worst that could happen is you're wrong. And it doesn't really set you back as much as people say. I think it's kind of BS when people say, "Oh, if you draft a quarterback and he's wrong, then you're screwed for 5 to 7 years." No, that's not even true because you can just draft one the next year. Like, it hurts your team a little bit, but the league is moving so fast nowadays that if you pick a quarterback and you're wrong on him, you don't have 7 years to wait for him to develop. You can wait 2 years or a year and draft another one if you have to. It's not that big of a deal. People try to make more a big deal out of this stuff than it really is. I mean, if you mess up, you mess up, and that's a whole nother thing. The guys don't really have time to develop anymore. You got to be ready to go like day one. They'll expect you, if you're a star, if you're a first round pick, that you pretty much have to play as a rookie. There's almost never really guys waiting anymore because you're being drafted to bad teams who are, the GM and the coach are trying to save their job. So they kind of have to put you in because, they need to win games in order to keep themselves for more than a couple years. So it's an interesting landscape we're living in right now, and we'll see who the Panthers select with the 7th overall pick. But there you go with Justin Herbert going in the draft, 6th overall to the San Diego Chargers. Overall, smart move. Cannot doubt them at all for it. We'll see what happens if Herbert balls out. Then they just got him for a steal at the price they're going to be paying him. If not, then hey, you go and you try to draft someone else. Not that big a deal as people try to make it out to be, at least in my mind, in my opinion, the way I see it. So let me know what you guys think as we break it down here live on the show. It's Justin Herbert going 6th overall to the San Diego Chargers, and now the 7th overall pick about to be made by the Lions. And we'll see live together who they end up taking before we end this video. Derek Brown of Auburn, don't really know who he is, but he was pretty good overall, I believe, from the little bit of footage that I saw. Anyway, guys, it's Justin Herbert, 6th overall to the San Diego Chargers. I like the move, I really do. Hope everyone's doing all right as we get through the coronavirus pandemic. Stay home, stay safe, social distance. We'll get through this.